The murder trial of an NYPD sergeant who shot and killed a disturbed woman ends with a decision of not guilty. It was an emotional and divisive case. CBS 2's Tony Aiello was in court as the judge announced the decision.
A clap on the back for Sergeant Hugh Barry, the only show of emotion at the defense table.
He's a little overwhelmed. For the last year or so, he's been looking at the theoretical possibility of a prison sentence. He's very relieved.
The verdict comes 486 days after that tragic night in the Bronx. Barry shot and killed Deborah Danner, who suffered with schizophrenia. It happened during a tense confrontation in her bedroom. Barry convinced Danner to drop a pair of scissors, then fired twice when she grabbed a bat from under a pillow and stepped towards him.
To take Deborah's life was a tragedy preventable. This cop, like many others across this United States, allowed this to happen.
But Judge Robert Neary rejected the Bronx DA's theory that Barry was too quick to fire and was not justified in using deadly force. In 2016, the shooting prompted quick condemnations from the mayor and police commissioner.
Tragic, and it is unacceptable.
We failed.
Barry's supporters called it a rush to judgment.
They failed. They failed to tell the people of the city of New York the truth. They failed Sergeant Barry and his family. And ultimately, the mental health system in the city of New York failed Miss Danner.
Deborah Danner was diagnosed with mental illness in her 20s, and she once wrote an essay titled Living with Schizophrenia. One passage reads, "We are all aware of the all too frequent news stories about the mentally ill who come up against law enforcement instead of mental health professionals and end up dead." For her friends and family, a sad foreshadowing of Danner's own tragic end. Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
In addition to murder, Sergeant Barry was also charged with negligent homicide and manslaughter. He'll remain on modified duty during an NYPD disciplinary review.